Hey guys, so I'm going to make a video about something that happened last night at work, and it's not really a big deal, and I'm pretty accepting towards it, but it was an interesting contrast that kind of is just the way that middle management is set up, and I don't think managers are really necessary, and I don't really know what real purpose they serve. But anyways, what happened is yesterday around 4:30, my boss texts me to come in early, and he texts me this at 4:30, and my shift starts at 5. So it's like, what exactly do you expect me to do here? And he's done this quite a bit, and I got there at like 10 to 5, sat down, looked over the clipboard thing, started my shift at 5, usual type thing. I'm always 10 minutes early anyways. So it was no real change, and he was kind of like spam texting me like in a panic, and I got a bump there. I don't like that, but that is what it is. So he texts me, and he says, "Get here right now, bring these people these tablecloths." And it was something that is on his day agenda to do. And he had 8 hours to do this, and he leaves early, like quite early. Like, he's supposed to be the whole day guy doing like a 40-hour shift, but he's kind of positioning himself to do a work from home thing where he's just kind of writing schedules and coming in la-di-da when he wants. And I don't think that's really what his contract is, but he's kind of leveraged it that way, and it is what it is. And he just kind of, like, if he has leverage, he's going to use it. That's just human nature. But so he leaves early, and he didn't fully set up the event, and they send an email complaining to his boss, like, "Hey, what the fuck, this isn't set up." He left early, and now he's in a panic trying to get me to go in early to cover up his thing, which I pretty much always do. And I still kind of did this time, but it was pretty unreasonable because he texted me at 4:30 to get there like immediately, and my shift was already at 5, so it's like half an hour difference. Like, what difference is that going to do? Like, you don't expect me to do a miracle here. Like, you've already had the complaint email go in an hour ago. Like, what am I going to do? So I got there, and I got the tablecloths for him. They were friendly to me. They said, "Don't worry about it. It's your boss's fault. He should have been here." And it's like, yeah, damn right. But I didn't say that out loud, but obviously he should have been there. And that's kind of the guy he is. Like, he just goes and he goes kayaking or whatever he does in the winter, maybe skiing or something. I know he's a kayaker in the summer, but he just kind of fucks off and does his own thing, and then he just kind of leaves the building unattended, where he's supposed to be the head maintenance guy. He's supposed to be doing like checking the vents and all kinds of things that he doesn't do. And then he has a boss over him that's kind of goes and talks to the board, and then if something like in his list isn't done properly, he'll just say that it was me that was supposed to do it, and they'll be like, "Oh, that makes sense. He's your employee, so he was supposed to do it." But it's his thing, right? And there was another video I did on this about like this homeless lady who came in the restaurant section of our building, and the restaurant owner would let her sit there on her laptop and drink a coffee. My boss knew about it, and it was all okay, but then my boss's boss saw it, and they threw me under the bus, said it was my doing or whatever because it was on my shift. Like, it's a trend that he throws me under the bus, and I think that's going to be the same anywhere. And I think everyone listening to this is going to be either relating to it or saying like, "So what, suck it up, you're being a snowflake." But I'm just telling my story about what happened, and so far this really isn't the contrast and the kind of the point of the video yet that I've even said. So I did that. Everything was fine. That's kind of like his work ethic. I actually take the job seriously. I show up early. I do the job. La-di-da. Pat on the back for me for doing what's required. But I seem to be the only one doing it. But once again, la-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da. I get it. Point of the video, though, is then the tech guy comes up to me, and there was people that were parked improperly that weren't with the building or whatever, and he wanted them towed. And I said, well, we don't actually tow people. We have these like fake ticket things that we put on the windshield that says, we know you've parked here, do it again, we'll tow you. And no one actually ever gets towed. It's basically a bluff. And we take a picture of the license plate so we have it on the site phone, and that's it. So I tell him that, and he was unhappy about that, but that's the policy, and that's the policy that the boss has in place. I tell him that's the policy the boss has in place. He turns his back on me and he calls the boss to make sure I'm telling the truth. So that's the contrast. It was kind of like a slap in my face, and it really annoyed me at the time. And I know it was a long-winded video to get to that point, and I'm almost 100% sure no one's even going to get to the end of this. And I kind of stumbled along, and it's once again like, what's the point of even saying this on a vlog podcast type, talking to YouTube type thing? I don't know, but it was an interesting contrast that my word was immediately nothing, and I'm the scapegoat, and he got to do whatever the fuck he chose to do all day, and I was left holding the bag. And I'll be there 4 years now, coming up in, I think, June. So it's like 3.5 years still. It's not quite 4 years, but if I either stay or don't get fired, because he's going to be pissed off that he had all these complaint emails about him, and he's going to scapegoat it on me. So I don't know how many times he can scapegoat me without me losing my job. But I think everyone there knows that he's full of shit, and he just gets the pass because he's the one with the reins. But yeah, the tech guy calling him to double check to see if I was telling the truth after he was just telling lies all day and went home. And it's like, well, once again, it's just a slap in my face. There's a contrast there. It was insulting. I didn't blow up about it. I didn't go, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you trust me? Why don't you trust me? But yeah, it's stupid parking policy. Stupid that the guy didn't trust me over it, and stupid that my boss doesn't care about his job and then throws me under the bus every chance he gets. But that was the contrast. That was the story. I'm still probably going to be there for a while. I want to try other things, obviously, but I need to make money, and it seems like it's going to be the same kind of thing anywhere. Like, if someone gets a boss that's decent, it's like hitting the lottery. And sometimes you think it's a good boss at first, but smiling faces tell lies, and you got to be careful. And yeah, that was just my story from the other day. I wanted to share it on here. If anyone got any substance from that, thanks for checking out the channel. God bless. And I'm going to do some more videos, and I hope everyone's doing good. And it's almost Christmas. It's crazy. 20 days and Christmas is here. That's really crazy. But anyways, hope everyone the very best, and peace out. Bye. Ba, 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 ba.